What is good, y'all? It's Ronald Kabang, also known as Youcapper from Sportsmemo.com, and we got my co-host for the cycle, Kevin Braudis at KB Sports underscore. Kevin, we're going for 5 straight winning shows here on the cycle, man. I'm really excited for how we're starting this off. Last show, shoot, I thought I just had it up, but last show we went. Let me just recap that real quick.
3-1.
Last show, 3-1. We hit our single. We hit every single so far. So our one unit player, our best unit player, has been hit every single game, every single show so far. We missed our double though. The Tigers team total over 3.5. We missed by the hook. Kopech over 5.5 Ks. We hit that one, and then the White Sox Angels under 7.5 runs. We hit that one as well. So you can see our record down there on the scoreboard: 11 hits, 5 Ks, up 5.65 units. Yeah, well, I mean that's our recap there, and we can just get right into it. Our home run play, Joe Ryan for the Twins, 7+ Ks at plus 280. This is our home run play, 0.25 unit, and that's why we're going big here.
Yep.
KB, you want to rock with that one?
Yeah, you said it perfect, man. Again, we're doing the home run all the way up to the single. Our home run is the lower unit, so we're going to take some shots on some plus money, and this is a perfect one to do it. Joe Ryan for the Twins going up against Baltimore today, Kabang. He has faced Baltimore before on May 3rd. He only went 4 2/3. He did have 3 Ks, and that's nothing crazy, obviously. But if you look at this Baltimore lineup, they do strike out a ton, the 27th most in baseball right now. As far as the bottom 5 in the league, they're striking out 9 times a game. And then looking at their road splits too, they're striking out more on the road, 24.3% strikeout clip. And looking at Joe Ryan's pitch arsenal, man, he has a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a change, and a curve. His biggest 2 strikeout pitches is that fastball. It has really good movement. Again, he has 32 Ks on that, and also guys only hitting 167 off it. He has 18 Ks on his slider as well, with great movement. And again, that change in the curve can be deadly as well. And the biggest thing of why I'm taking this 7+ Ks is because I can really see him getting 7 Ks. If you see what he's done this year, he has 2 games with 7 Ks. He has a ceiling of 9. So the potential's there, Kabang. And I think this is a good spot to take him. He did face Baltimore on the road. Now he's at home, where he's been better as far as Ks go at home. So I think this is a really good spot to take his Ks, and that's a short and sweet little answer for you, Kabang.
Yeah, man, I agree with that a lot. I mean, I was already looking at Minnesota here in this game, especially in the first 5, just because of Joe Ryan. I was already I was thinking about it, and I was looking at the Orioles batting, and they strike out over 9 times per game against righties on the road. And Joe Ryan in his last 3 starts, averaging close to 7 Ks.
And Kabang, one thing to
yeah.
add to that too, again, he only has an 8.1 K per 9 this year, but let's go back to 2021. In 5 starts, he had 10 K per 9. You go back to the minor leagues in 2021, he had 11.8 K per 9. Going back even farther, he had a 12.7 K per 9. The swinging strike rate is there, man, and I think we have not seen all what Joe Ryan can do yet. So
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. The only thing we wanna make sure is that he reaches at least a 5 inning mark,
yep.
and what if he does that? We have a good shot at hitting this plus 280. All right, to our triple here. We don't see this often. We're looking at walks, bro. Adrian Sampson over 1.5 walks at plus 115 for our triple. KB, run with it.
Yeah, bro. Let's start our Friday off right. This is the first game of the day. It's an afternoon game, guys. So, again, you'll have to get this one in early. So, whoever's watching it live, thank you guys for checking us out. But Adrian Sampson, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Again, he's going up. He pitches for the Cubs. He's going to face Boston today. And if you look, Kabang, this is going to be his second start this year. He's always been a bullpen guy, but the Cubs are running him out there for some spot starts. He did just face the St. Louis Cardinals, man, and he went out there. He had 80 pitches. He did go 5 innings. He threw 45 strikes, Kabang, and 35 balls. That is not a good ratio for anybody wondering. He walked away with only 2 walks, but again, it could have been way more. And my point in that is he has a huge pitch arsenal, a 4-seam fastball, slider, change, cutter, sinker. So it's going to take some time for him to develop all these pitchers into the starting role. And I just think we see some walks early from Boston. If you look at the lineup today, The lineup's already out, kabang. And 5 of those hitters strike out or walk above league average. Again, the walk this year, it's 8.2 walk percentage. And 5 of the guys in the Boston lineup walk higher than that. So that was good to see. And then other than that, man, besides him only pitching in the bigs this year, 10.2 innings, I do think he is going to struggle with command here. And I think Boston can walk. They are walking 3.2 times per game. And I think it goes up here, kabang.
Yeah, I like this one a lot too, man, because I was already looking at Boston as well. They were a team that I was looking at when I was capping last night. Another thing to note too is the Red Sox are walking over 3.5 times against righties on the road, and you already talked about Adrian Sampson and his strike to ball ratio.
Yep.
So definitely like this play here, especially at plus 115. It's just something you don't see often, though.
Yeah,
the walk prop. You know what I mean?
Right. And one thing too, kabang, I think this is a perfect time to take the walk props. This is actually my first walk prop of the year, but when I saw it, me and you, kabang, we know that light bulb moment. And that went off in my head. And I was like, oh my God, this is his second start. He struggled with walks before in the minor league. So again, I love this play a lot, man.
Perfect. And now it's on to the double. Did I move it to the double yet? No, I didn't. All right. The double here, Rockies and Diamondbacks over 11.5. I know the Rockies, I mean, you see them at home a lot. They're actually, I mean, from a over under perspective, it's not a great record, but in specific spots right here as a home favorite against starting right-handed pitchers, 8-1 to the over. And they're averaging a combined 14.2 runs in those games. Most of the damage is being done in the first 5 innings as well. Combined 8.5 runs in that first 5 innings. Senzatella is the starting pitcher here for the Rockies. He's involved in 4 of those 8 overs, 4-0 to the over, and with an average of 15 combined runs in those 4 games in those spots. On the other side, D-backs, they don't hit for average, but they do hit for power, and that's good. That's a perfect recipe for hitting in Coors Field. They're 29th in the league in batting average, but have the 12th most home runs hit in the league. Merrill Kelly, he's on the mound there, 4-2 to the over on the road, even going over this closing total of 11.5 in 3 of those games. In all of those games, the closing total were, I think, 8.5 or lower. I think there was one that was a 9.5. But I mean, being able to do that on the road in different situations where the closing totals are like 7.5 or 8. I mean, that's telling me that it's a spot here to take the over, especially at Coors Field where the D-backs can hit the home runs. Yeah. Anything to add, KB?
Yeah, Senzatella, I like his Ks a little bit, but to add to this over, I can definitely say a lot. Senzatella, he is nothing special. He's very streaky, man. He'll either get blown up or he'll go out there and actually look like a decent pitcher, but he's been getting hit hard. He has no swinging strike rate whatsoever, but this D-backs team strikes out a lot. So again, I just think the potential's there at 2.5. But other than that, he has a 1.78 whip. So again, he's been terrible this season. And looking at Merrill Kelly, he's going to Coors, man. And I just wanted to bring up some Coors number. He's played 3 games in Coors in his career. He has an 8.15 ERA. Kabang. Hitters are hitting 329 off him, slugging 579. Coors is not the spot for Merrill Kelly, and I like your take here, man. We should see a lot of runs, bro.
I love it. And now it's on to the single, our 1 unit play here, the Astros first 5 run line. Really, this one for me is really backing Javier and fading Lorenzen. This is a starting pitcher matchup that I really like. Javier is 3-0 on the first 5 run line as home favorites. And starting right-handed pitcher is on the mound for the opposing team. He's given up just a single run in the first 5 innings of those 3 games. So that's, I mean, like 15 innings and only giving up 1 run in that spot. That's telling a lot. The Angels here, they do struggle against righties on the road, averaging nearly a full run less against righties on the road than they do against lefties. Like I said about Lorenzen, I like fading him in this spot as well. On the mound for the Angels, he's 0-3 in the first 5 run line as a road dog. Opposing teams are averaging over 5 runs in the first 5 innings in those games. One of those games was against the Astros in April, so they're already familiar with this guy. Astros averaging a full run more against righties at home than they do against lefties, so that's another thing boding well for them. Offensively, I know the Astros, if you just look at last 5-6 games here, they've only scored over 3 runs just once in the last 6 games. But that's going to happen when 4 of those games are against the Yankees pitching staff, and another one is against the Mets pitching ace, Taiwan Walker. But for me today, I'm putting my trust in Javier today. Take the Astros first 5. Anything to add here, KB?
Yeah, just keep it simple, dude. Again, this is like a chalky, I would say, play, but Kabang did a really good job breaking it down. And also, I mean, the favorites have been cashing at a great rate. I like how me and you approach it, Kabang. We're not going to mess with the bullpens. We're just going to focus on the first 5, and this is a way to get value. Javier has been, I mean, outstanding this year. I can't say anything else about him besides that. The dude's been a stud. This whole pitching staff for Houston has been amazing. Verlander, Valdez, Garcia, Javier. I mean, if you're a Houston Astros fan, you're happy. And I love this spot that we're taking them versus the Angels. It's more of the fade of Lorenzen, in my opinion, and the Angels lineup that's struggling at times. And hopefully Alvarez is back for Houston today. I know he had a little head injury and he was out of the lineup yesterday. But even if he's not, we saw Houston still walked away with the win in that one, bro. So, again, I like this spot a lot here, Kabang.
Yeah, yes, sir. So that was a single. That's our 4 plays, guys. We ran through them really quickly here. Let me go through each one here one more time. Our home run, our 0.25 unit. Joe Ryan 7+ Ks at +280. That's a big home run there. The triple, Adrian Sampson over 1.5 walks. He plays for the Cubs at +115. And our double here. Rockies and Diamondbacks over 11.5 -115. That's a full game play there. And our single, our 1 unit play, Astros first 5 run line -115. We're just working with the starting pitchers here, focusing on that first 5. Those are our 4 plays there. KB, before we cut out, anything to promote or add?
We're 11-5, baby. Let's keep it going. 5.65 units. It's Friday. I hope everybody has a great weekend. 4th of July. Blow some stuff up. We're going for year 1 or better today, Kabang.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Let's go for that cycle, man. We're called the cycle. Let's go for that cycle.
Let's do it, baby.
But yeah, this is the end of the show, guys. Thanks to all who tuned in on YouTube and on Twitter. If you are on YouTube, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button before you bounce. Also, make sure you check out the links in the description as well. There's a link to KB's daily podcast with his homie Riley. It's called the Bettors Box Podcast. So make sure you guys check that out. And as always, I have to end with this. Please remember, whether you fade us or follow us, it's on you to make that call. Good luck on all your action. Till next time, peace.